tax tips. What do I think we should do? I think we need to look at our entity structure for anybody in business and consider timing options. When should I take the income? When should I take the expense? Should I depreciate it? Should I take 179? Should I use bonus depreciation? Be flexible because the tax laws are going to change. We just don't know to what extent. I think we can plan on an increase for 22. And so we have to look at timing issues as we get into the third and fourth quarters of this year. Do we want to try to bring as much income into this year? Do we want to push back some expenses? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But I think, again, by the time we have to make that decision, we're going to have a lot more knowledge. And likely we'll even have the new tax law, if there is one, in place by then. May not be effective till next year, but it'll be in place. Some of the other things I think are going to happen, this 39.6% tax rate, this is what it was prior to the Trump tax cut. And this is what it's going to be if nothing happens in 2026. So it'll sunset back into this. So I think you're going to see this bump up for those that make over 400K a year. I think we're going to see this cap eliminated, which is good, not so good here. And I think, and this is not, a typo here, in that for people that have an income over $1 million, the long-term capital gains rates could go to ordinary income rates. Okay, so that could go back to this 39.6, and you get spanked for the investment income tax, the Obamacare surtax of 3.8%. So for those making more than $1 million, it's very possible that you could end up with this 43.4% rate plus your state rate. So you can see that, if your state tax rate is anything at, 6.5% or so, you could be at a 50% tax rate on a long-term capital gain. Now, if this does become the law, or what looks like it's going to become the law, those that are in this sort of a tax bracket that are making, quote unquote, a lot of money, had better look at making some sales this year and not waiting until the tax rates go up.